Hey, this is Tim, Marshall Downtown, and we talk a lot about loving the city, having a heart for the city of Seattle. And really what we're talking about is we're talking about a love for neighborhoods, because really Seattle is made up, downtown Seattle in particular is made up of very unique, different, and distinct neighborhoods that we live in and that we all love. And so over the course of the next few months, we want to take some time to introduce you to these different distinct neighborhoods within downtown Seattle that we live in, we work in, and maybe you're new to Seattle, maybe you don't really know about these different neighborhoods, and so hopefully this will kind of give you an idea for what these neighborhoods are about and our heart for them and the different people that work and live in them and the passion that we have. So we're going to begin our time of looking at the different neighborhoods in downtown Seattle. Here in Capitol Hill, I'm here on Pike Street in the Pike Pine Corridor, right outside one of my favorite music venues in all of Seattle, 'Mov. And I've seen some incredible shows here over the course of the years. Peter, Bjorn, and John, and Mew, and Music, Barcelona. And we've seen some incredible bands here at 'Mov. And what we're gonna do over the next few minutes is introduce you to the neighborhood, introduce you to some of the people that work and live here, and just share with you a little bit about Capitol Hill. My posse's on Broadway. And my posse's on Broadway.
Go back the other way.
Let's stop and eat at Dick's.
Word.
We're here with Joel Ferris. Joel is a regular up here at Capitol Hill, and wanted to talk with him a little bit about his heart and his love for Capitol Hill. And
I love to just come out and hang out. Amazing coffee shops. We got Stumptown, Victrola up here. Great music scene with places like 'Mov and taverns, bars, restaurants, all the hot spots.
So, what's your favorite restaurant up here on the hill?
Boom Noodle, probably. I really like the atmosphere there. It's a cool little hip Asian place. Good noodles, good sake, Kirin.
Yeah, that's a new spot. That's kind of the trendy spot right now in the hill. Although Quinn's here is kind of taking over pretty soon, because that's been a great spot. But also Boom Noodle, it's a great place.
Yeah, it's good.
Good call.
What makes an area is the people. It's not the geography. It's just the people and the culture, and Capitol Hill being the center, the epicenter of the counterculture here in Seattle. With the culture shaping people that are here, from everywhere from art to music to food and entertainment to the fringe theaters that are on Capitol Hill. It's really a group of people who are immersed in this culture, and it's also a dark place because of that. It's a group of people who have exchanged the truth for a lie, and I really have a heart for Capitol Hill because I think that Jesus could do amazing things in culture with the influence that Capitol Hill has on the rest of Seattle.
Here we are on Pike, and we're gonna go say hi to Colin Day. Works right up here on Pike and 12th at Digital Kitchen. So let's go say hi to Colin. Colin, good to see you, man.
How you doing?
All right. Hey, we just wanted to come by, say hi to you, and find out what's going on here and on Capitol Hill at Digital Kitchen, and just kind of your love for Capitol Hill and your heart for it. And
cool.
And so tell us what's going on.
Cool. Well, I've been here for about 5.5 years, and I've been working at Digital Kitchen the whole time. First kind of moved into the neighborhood here. It looked a lot different back then. The neighborhood was mostly like, it was super arty. There's a lot of cool places to come hang out at night. There's a ton of clubs out here and everything. And you definitely notice that even from working here, because getting off work, everybody's already kind of like piling into the, into the bars and whatnot. So, but things have been changing around here lately. Basically, there's tons of condos going up and tons of places for rental, like these lofts over here, and there's a ton of new buildings and whatnot. So there's a different crowd that's moving into the neighborhood here, where it used to be mostly like younger kind of hipsters living here, and now there's people with seems like quite a bit more money and maybe a little bit more corporate coming into the neighborhood. So a lot of the places are changing.
Here in Capitol Hill, you have the kind of the old guard,
Yeah.
and you have kind of this gentrification happening, and
Yeah.
do you see a lot of tension that happens with that?
For sure, for sure. And one of the things I noticed is that you could go to most of the clubs now, or any of the nightclubs or bars, the people that fill the clubs are a lot different than they used to be. There's a lot of folks coming in from outside of the city who are kind of treating this a little bit like Pioneer Square in a lot of ways. So you'd go to a place where normally there'd be just a ton of hipsters hanging out, and then, you know, that was that for like 2 or 3 years ago. Now you go there and it's filled with like people that are all from like outside of the city. So I think the tension kind of comes from, you know, people being very territorial about their neighborhood, and at the same time some people coming in that just really kind of don't give a rip. So I think that for whatever reason, some of the new elements that are coming from different parts of the city or outside of the city are sort of not really liking Capitol Hill for what it's been all through the years,
Yeah.
and they're taking upon themselves to use it as an excuse to just get violent. So
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's not good.
yeah, not at all.
What are some of your kind of favorite things about the neighborhood, and maybe favorite memories, and then maybe what's kind of your heart for it as well?
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the cool things about this neighborhood is there's a lot of cool places to eat.
Yeah.
I know I think about my stomach.
What would be your top spot? If
Oh.
you had to go one place.
One place?
Yeah, that was if to eat for the rest of your life here in Capitol Hill.
That would probably be Honey Hole. It's
Okay.
right down the street. It's this cool sandwich shop, and everyone that works there, I think, is in some band or another. And they give you attitude, and that's cool. But
Yeah.
but the place is really good for food. It's super
Yeah.
super tasty. You know, I've always liked that aspect of the neighborhood, and then even you know, now that my wife and I have our first kid, Jonah. We've been taking him to Cal Anderson a lot. There's a playground up there, and
Yeah.
it's the same kind of like young atmosphere, but it's like a playground and like young people pushing their kids on swings and stuff like that. So that's super cool. I love the neighborhood for that element now. And I mean, I think as far as my heart for the neighborhood, I mean, I think that it's like I said, I mean, it's like you really get the sense of the bold kind of black and whiteness of, you know, the gospel versus living in the flesh, living here and working here. And I think that, you know, it makes me realize my own faults in that as well, and keeps me humble, and at the same time realize that there's a whole mission field out here and tons of people that don't know Jesus.
I think God brought me here.
Yeah.
I really think that for whatever reason, he wanted a screwball like me to listen to Bible study on Capitol Hill out of a tattoo shop.
Like, what does that look like? What are you guys going through? How does that work?
Right now we're in 1 Samuel,
Okay.
right around chapter 29 or 30. David's going to be taking the throne soon.
Yeah.
Solomon's chasing them all over creation.
Right.
They're about to. They're in the midst of going to battle with the Philistines.
Okay.
Where David's hiding out, and David's having to show a lot of faith but he's being kind of screwy at the same time. So we're reminded that he's a faithful man who loves the Lord, and the Lord loves him. But
Yeah.
we're also reminded that he's a screwball.
Right.
And so us screwballs know that God will love us too, as long as we're humble and go to him in repentance and take our stuff to him instead of to the whatever else we're bound to worship.
I mean, what I see about this, man, is just like, I mean, almost the essence of being missional, you know, up here on
Yeah.
Capitol Hill, and really doing word and deed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
mean, you're really, you know, you're living it out, but at the same time, and you're actually doing a Bible study here out of your tattoo shop. And so, I mean, you really kind of have both aspects of that you may not see, I'm sure, the results immediately, as we never see the results immediately, but I'm sure,
Yeah.
dude, over time, man, people are just like, dude, what is up, you know, with Jesus, man? What is up with Damon? And that's pretty cool, man.
I've never really been interested in results that much as far as that goes.
Yeah.
It's so far over my head, you know, that you can't,
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's not up to you.
it at all,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, if I could beat people up and pound the word of God into them, I'd have blood all over my knuckles,
Yeah.
but it don't work
Let's
that
try,
way.
should we try it?
Huh?
Should we try it? Who should we grab here?
I have, but it don't work, I'm telling you. my whole concept of gospel spreading has always been, we do it to glorify God, not to save souls.
Right.
Because we can't.
Yeah.
Kind of like, so we go out there and glorify God, and then every once in a while we get to see him work the greatest miracle of all, which is changing a human heart.
Dude, heck yeah, man.
And that's rad.
Dude, that is rad. Do you think we should, I was thinking about doing like, incorporating like during the worship service, like in-service tattoos, you know?
Yeah, that's
You
a
know.
terrible idea.
So that's Capitol Hill. Had a great time checking it out. Get to know your neighborhood. Get to know the people there. Get to know the people that are living there, that are working there. And there's so much culture. There's so much history that make up these neighborhoods. It's pretty cool. So catch you next time.